Okay, friends. Oh no, point the camera at me. Here we go. Hi, hello. So today we are starting on drawing in 3D model space our theater. Okay, so this is the plan for the theater, right? It includes all of the measurements you would need, almost all of the measurements you would need to produce this theater space model. Okay. And you can download or print out a copy of this for reference. I'm just going to keep mine up on this other tab to look at. And let's get started on doing this scale drafting to create a 3D model in SketchUp. So first, we're going to open edu.sketchup.app. So you can save that like I have. There's also a link in the folder that'll get you there. And then we're going to create a new simple template, feet and inches. There it is. Great. So the first thing I'm going to do once I get in here is I'm going to save this as my name, AVT Theater, okay? Because that is what we are drawing right now, the Atwater Village Theater space, okay? It's going to ask me what folder to save it in. I'm going to actually put it in the correct one, which is the SKP drafting folder in my Google Drive. There it is. Okay, great. So the next thing I'm going to do, let me just get this guy kind of out of here. Move tool, please. Go over here, guy. I don't actually need you in my space. So I'm going to start by drawing the outline of the floor. And I'm going to do that with the rectangle tool. This guy. Bingo, bingo. Start drawing, right? And then I can just type in my dimensions, right? Which I know from my drawing right here. I'm going to start by drawing this big rectangle, which is 18 foot 1 1/8 by 36 feet. So if I start typing 18 foot 1 1/8, comma, 36 feet, and I hit enter, it's going to draw that rectangle. There it is. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So now I'm kind of orbiting up. I'm using the middle mouse button on my mouse to orbit up a little bit more easily. You can also hit the O key to do that, right? H, yeah, H for the hand tool. And I can move myself around the space a little bit better. So O for orbit, H for hand tool. Now I'm going to draw this little zigzaggy bit up at the top, okay? So that is also 18 foot. It's actually 18 foot 0 1/8 inches and 4 foot 8 1/4 from this top corner. So if I grab this little rectangle tool and I come in this direction, right, I know that the first one is going to be 18 foot 1/8, and then the second one is going to be what, 4 foot 8 1/4? What did I say? 4 foot 8 1/4. So 18 foot 1/8. 4 foot 8 1/4. Enter. There it is. Okay. So now we're in good shape, right? We have 1, 2 pieces. And if we select this line that's right in between them, we can delete it. And now we just have one big piece of the floor. Awesome, right? I teach in the original version of this video how to make that double line for the outside wall. We're going to skip that step for this time, okay? Because what really matters is what the inside of the space looks like. We're not going to do another line, right, the way that it is in the drawing. So in the drawing, the wall has 2 sides, right? So it's a thicker space. We're just going to do this one. And what we need now in terms of information is an overall height for the space. That is not indicated on this plan. Surprise! So the height that you want to bring this space up to is 16 feet, okay? And you'll do that using this push-pull tool. And when you click on it and select it, you can start going up, and then it's going to pop up distance down there. I type in 16 feet. And I hit enter, and now I have a big cube that is the size of the space and is 16 feet around. All right, neat, nifty. I'm going to delete this top surface. So you'll pull up, let go with your mouse, beautiful. And then you'll type in the distance. And at this point, I have at least the walls done on my theater space. Hand tool, bring it around, ta-da, there you go. Okay, cool. So the next thing I'm going to do is come into my tags over here on the side edge. I want to make it so that these walls can disappear. And that way I'll be able to like see into the theater as I work on the model. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to create a new tag. I'm going to call it hidden walls. Okay. And then I'm going to select the walls that I want to hide. I'm going to hit this little button here and it's going to change them to that tag. And if you look at, you got to hit that pencil on the other side.
Yep.
Not the eyeball.
So
selecting the things, and hit the pencil. Okay. Now hit the tag button. Hit the tag button. Okay. Boom. Okay. And this shows you what things are tagged in what colors. Okay. So what I did was I selected those 3 walls. I hit this little pencil thingy. And then I tagged them. Now I'm going to go back to untagged because that's going to be the main color I want to use. And I can turn off those walls and I can see inside of my theater box now. Yay. Great. Cool. Okay. So now I have an open box looking into my theater space. I'm going to just hide away that tags thing again because it's not really helpful to me right now. Let's go back. All right. So I've now given these couple of walls that separate tag and I've turned them back on because I want to make this a group, right? This theater walls set of things into a group so that I don't accidentally mess any of it up. And so the way that I do that is I select it and I select it by clicking down here and dragging across to get these dashed line selections. That selects everything at once. And then I right click on the thing and I say, make you a component. And I say, this is the theater walls. Great. Okay. So now I can come back in and I can turn off my hidden walls, but it's all still part of that component. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is draw in the risers. And those are, if you look back over here, those are 3'6" by 14 feet. So you can grab your rectangle tool, our old friend, click into this corner, look at the direction that you're going, right? And then you say 14 feet, comma, 3'6", enter. Now you have that little rectangle. Great. Now I can push pull tool and I can bring that rectangle up. And I want it to be, the first step up is 8 inches and then it is 16 inches and then it is 32 inches. So if we undo, right? So first step here, 8, 16, 24, right? So 24 inches is the tallest one. So we're going to, since we're starting here in the back row, we're just going to bring it up 24 inches, which is 2 feet. So I grab that push pull tool, I type in 2 feet and I hit enter. Now I have that first riser. And I can do the same deal again where I select it and I select all of its little parts. And this time I'm going to go in this direction, right? Because I don't want to get that whole theater group. So now I've selected it and we are going to make that a group. So now I can move it around as one object and it's not going to like mess up anything else. When I hit the M move tool, right, I can move it all around. But I don't want to move it around. I want to leave it where it is because we're going to make another one that goes in front of it, right? So now I just kind of orbit over here, grab my rectangle tool, pop myself into that corner, same step again. So this I start drawing and then I go 14 feet, comma, 3'6", enter, click. And I can select that, grab my push pull tool, drag it in an upwards direction, type in how tall I want it to be, 16 inches. And now there it is. I will select it now, right? And group it. So now I have those 2 risers. One more, 8 inches tall in the front. Rectangle tool once again. Pop down into this corner. 14 feet, 3'6", enter. Push pull tool, or the P key. 8 inches, enter. So now I have my 3 risers over there. Love it. Beautiful. And we're going to come over to the other side and do the same thing in this little corner. We're just going to make 1 riser in this corner, but it'll be the same size. And I have a couple of options, right? I can take this one that I didn't ever group, but I've selected it now, so I can. make you a group, right? And I can duplicate that. Nope. I can right click on it. No, I can click on it. I can Control C, Control V. Now I have a duplicate of it. Pop it into that corner. It's going the wrong direction, but that's okay. When I hit my Move tool, M, I'll get a bunch of different options. And some of those options are these lovely plus signs. Those let me spin it around. So I can spin it around perpendicular to what it was, and then I can pick it up by this bottom corner and just pop it right into there. And the problem I have, right, is that I put it below, right? You can see it's below the floor. That's not what we want. Let's get that Move tool back again, pick it up from the bottom corner and set it in where it goes. Okay. Great. Okay, cool. Perfect. So now I have risers in every place. Oh, wait, escape. It wants to keep moving it, but I need to actually go back to my pointer to stop moving it still. Good, good, good. Now I have risers in all of the places. Cool. Great, wonderful. If I wanted to, I could tag all of those together as a group so that I know where all of my risers are. At this point, I'm going to hit that save button so that I can save my file. And then I'm going to go get some chairs. And the chairs we're going to find in the SketchUp warehouse. So you come back over here to this components thing. We need what is called a banquet chair. Okay, that's going to give us, this is the one I want, right? A chair that looks kind of like the ones that are in the actual theater. And it comes in with a stack as well as just a single chair. We're going to go in here. I need to get my plus so I can double click inside. I'm going to just delete the stack because I don't need that right now. We're just going to do the one chair. Command C to copy, Command V to paste. Now I have a single chair. Okay. And that single chair, I'm going to put into the front row over here. We're going to then, using your orbit tool, kind of go up so you can see what's going on, right? Kind of go up above this whole deal because we want to put this chair into a front row, leaving an aisle on this side, okay, and going up and down the whole thing. So if you start with your M tool, you're going to see those rotation plusies again, right? So I've rotated it now fully around. I'm going to grab it from its bottom corner and I'm going to snap that bottom corner to the front edge right here, okay? Then I'm going to duplicate an array. Oh, I need to be in the Move tool. M for Move tool. Then I hold down Option. Then it makes a duplicate of it for me. And I actually need to grab it from a better spot. Let's grab it from this bottom corner. Hold down Option, make a duplicate, okay? Set it basically next to the chair that I already have. And then I can say how many more I want. So let's say I want 5 more, and it'll make 5 more going across that front row. Isn't that neat? So now I'm going to select this group of chairs, right? I actually don't want all that other stuff, so I need to select from this direction, don't I? Select view chairs. And hold down Shift, and I can add chairs to the stack, right? So we're going to select that group of chairs. We're going to group them. So if I go in here and I group them, now it's one block of chairs that I can move around as a group. Great. I'm back in my O for orbit tool. And that'll help too because I'm not quite in front of where I want to be. So now I can hold down my Option key. I can hit the M for Move tool. I can hold down my Option key, right? I can pick it up from that spot and place a new copy on each row going up, right? Just like that. So now I have chairs on this side of the theater and they're all kind of in different places and I can go to like a top view to figure out exactly where I want them. You can move those groups around and make them work better. We're going to just do Option one more time. We're actually going to grab this bottom group. Oops. We're going to grab this bottom group and then do, oops, it wants to move things as soon as I click them. That's okay. We're gonna hold down Option. We're gonna make another copy of this bottom group, and then we can move it over to this side, to this other riser on the side, okay? So there should be chairs. Oh, Orbit tool. H for hand tool. H for hand tool. H for hand tool. O for orbit tool. O for orbit tool. H for hand tool. We're gonna move it over here. There should be chairs on the back row and the front row, and then there should be a row of chairs over on this side. So if you look at that ground plan, you can place those chairs where they go, okay? And that is step 1 of building the theater space, okay? The next thing you'll want to do is go in and paint it, but we'll do that in a separate video.